for Bodsworth and Patchett. This is the match they need to win to get themselves into that 6 red to settle the group. For Burgess and Cameron, no chance of winning the group and qualifying tonight, but a lot of pride to play for. They've travelled up for this. They want to show everyone what they can do.
Yeah, and fortunately it's a dry break. Alex has played actually very well tonight, if I'm honest, and it's come up unfortunate with a dry break, but ideally you'd want to be yellows, but you don't really have a starter, so you may have to go for reds. They do all have a pocket, it's just about picking the right route.
This first frame's big. What Andrew and Ryan don't want to do is get caught in a sort of awkward match where their opponents have got nothing to lose and are having fun and fly off into the distance. They just want to impose themselves early on, try and make sure their worst way is still in contention going into the last part of this match.
Yeah, and the red that's closest to the yellow on the left-hand side, for me, they should be trying to get on that as early as possible. So that if they want to go now, they are on that shot now, which is essentially the 8 ball. Well, I think Andrew's deciding to talk into. But it's in the middle, but they've got to hold on the yellow.
It's okay. It mattered how they hit that yellow. Just about caught enough of it that the cue ball didn't run too far. Got a chance now to get back into the position you're talking about to play on the ball next to the yellow near the left centre.
He's turned it down, but this is the bit that I didn't like. I don't think the yellow goes to the left centre. If it did, then obviously the route's completely different, but if you're having to leave it down the table for the last shot, it's harder to get the perfect angle. But the way he's looking, it must go.
Yeah, I think it must pot. I mean, the previous time I can see turning it down, but that time, the way he's played it, it has to just slip in. Yeah, and it actually had most of the pocket in the end. Now, they're coming around to look at, if the red goes long past the 8 ball, it's fine, but if it only goes to the right centre, they finish quite straight on the higher of the 2 reds.
Yeah, and the way it went in, it looked like he had like a bigger margin to get perfect angle on the shot. So if he's not right, it's actually a poor shot.
Well, that tells you, you must feel it does pop past the 8 ball.
This looks tight. Tried to pinch the pocket and in turn has missed this pot. And this is a great opportunity because depends on how they feel. They can either play a loss of turn on the yellows shortly. So, do you go on the thin cut on the yellow now? You're playing the snooker, maybe. The risk with this shot is, do you leave an easy up and down? I think he's got it tight enough. But he is playing the shot maker.
Quality of that snooker is very important. As you say, it's not good enough just to be behind that yellow. So he's going to try and swerve off the left rail. Oh, good effort.
What an effort.
Hit it a bit hard. You've got to play that a little bit softer to let the spin take.
Yeah, we've seen 𝗠𝗁𝗃𝗃 do something similar to that shot before.
Yeah, it's a very fun shot, that, isn't it? It is a controllable shot. When you see people line it up, it can look a bit wild, but actually, I think that probably was the right shot from where he was. We saw earlier on, Russell Burgess with cue ball in hand, it all went badly wrong. Well, that's been a bit unlucky. He's got a good contact on that red, but thought he'd knock it in.
Yeah. He may be able to get rid of this yellow that they're closest to and the other yellow may go into that corner pocket off the red later in the finish. Try to leave Russell the angle to pot this yellow. And for me here, he's going to be trying to hit the red rather than the 8-ball. I think he's just got it enough where the 8-ball does now go into that pocket.
Knew he was never going to have perfect position after playing that. He was going to have this ball to the left centre. Could have done without that nudge though. It's okay still, but it would have been easier if that ball was right over the pocket.
Yeah, because playing this yellow down the rail after as his last ball makes it missable, because he'll have to play it a little bit of pace to draw the cue ball back. Russell.
Well, it's been a night to forget so far for Russell Burgess. He's just got off to a bad start and never quite regrouped from it. And a relief for Andrew and Ryan. A long way to go in this match, but getting the first frame on the board, good reassurance, particularly as again the first frame has been quite a slow one. So in control of his own destiny now, Andrew Patchett breaks off in frame 2.
Another dry break.
Yeah, the players have been really struggling. I mean, you look at how well he's hit this break. Seems to have hit it hard. Hit it fairly straight. A little bit of spin if you're being ultra critical, but basically not a bad break.
So it's Russell playing this singles frame. So the key shot will be the angle that he gets on the red nearest the bottom of the table to develop the one on the left. This is a tricky finish to map out.
Given the way tonight's gone, we would have been hoping for was just a nice straightforward finish just to build some confidence. That's not helped. Still got some balls he can go for, but it's still got a problem that ball is just bumped.
Nice recovery, so he may opt to pull back here and play a safety shot and leave the cue ball behind the red nearest to the middle. Depends on how he's feeling.
Not too much immediate time pressure here. So 10 minutes still remaining on the match clock. They're almost playing more for credibility as he misses another surprising ball.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity for Andrew now to take these out, take a 2-frame-to-0 lead and force a 6 red.
In fairness to Russell, he was a very late substitute for this event. He was expecting it to be 𝗟𝗩𝗘 that was playing alongside Alex Cameron. Only had to pull out a couple of days back, and Russell offered to step in. So he certainly hasn't got time to do much by way of preparation. Come into this on a pretty hot run. Quarter-finals at the last ultimate pool event in the seniors event. Into a final of the European Championship seniors this season. Just hasn't turned up tonight though.
That's a nice safety shot there from Andrew, just to keep the pressure on Russell. He's got not only hit a red, but also try and get the cue ball safe somewhere. It's hard enough to hit a red. I'm not sure he's going to hit one here. A great opportunity for Andrew. Put the cue ball on the left-hand side of the rail and try, if he can, leave an angle to just run through for the one at the middle of the bottom rail. And as the clock ticks down, if they can take a 2-0 lead, we're almost certain to be getting a 6 red.
Played that pretty well. Just want to make sure he lands on the middle of these 3 balls, which he's done nicely.
Yeah, and when these opportunities have presented themselves tonight, Andrew's looked clinical and he's been taking these out.
It's been a lot of drama tonight, but he hasn't been involved in much of it. He's just been playing his own game. Three points away now from 2-0 lead.
Stayed down on that shot just to make sure he's got the perfect angle on the yellow.
Confirmed. Andrew Patchett and Ryan Bodsworth edge ever closer to that 6 red shootout that we've been hyping for the last few minutes. It's the nature of this format, and one team goes through out of 4. 3 people tend to leave with some levels of disappointment. So it's all relative to your own ambitions for the night. For those 2 gentlemen on your screen, though, anything less than a group win will be a disappointment.
It's a great break there by Alex, and he's got a good opportunity to put the pressure back on Andrew and Ryan, because he's going yellows, and he should be getting these without putting the pressure on too much.
It's not been a good night, obviously, for his pairing, but Alex Cameron has played some okay stuff. A player with a big future in the game.
He'll try to avoid the red. He's still got an opportunity, just got a thin cut into the left centre, but the cue ball's travelling and he needs to avoid the red as he comes off the rail to get back in position. So key shot coming up. He's played it well and he's had a little nice nudge and he's perfect.
Can't begrudge him that, given some of what we've seen tonight. So 4 balls away now from completing this clearance. The match won't be over if he does complete the clearance. There'll still be plenty of time for another frame.
He's just got that into that a little bit too much, and now the cue ball's got to travel again. He's got to come round 3 rails through the gap and be on the 8 ball to the middle. He's played that very well.
All credit to Alex Cameron. He completes a clearance from the break. Only the 3rd one we've seen tonight. He's been responsible for 2 of the 3. 1 in a singles frame on his own and 1 in the first Scotch doubles frame that he played. A reminder, of course, a draw no good for either of these teams. Burgess and Cameron already out. Patchett and Bodsworth need a win to force a 6 red shootout. Draw would be a disappointing end to their night. That's a big break, though.
Yeah, it's the best one of the night. Is he on a ball? How can you hit him like that and not be on a ball? I think they've got a chance on reds, but it's a key shot where they've got to take the red to the top left-hand corner. A lot elected for yellows. It's the harder colour set, but
now whatever happens, they'll know they've had their chance. This is not an easy opportunity, but it's a very presentable opportunity to get to 3-1, which would all but guarantee passage through to the 6 red. So not to try anything ambitious there, just played for the ball down the left rail.
oh,
Well, we've seen him miss one ball into that pocket earlier, which could have proved costly. Almost did the same again.
and he's just got the cue ball off, so the key shot's leaving the right angle here. And he's not done that. You saw a bit of body movement on that shot, and all of a sudden there's a huge shot coming up, and he's got to pop this into the top left and go around 3 rails. And he's brought the reds off, and we could be looking at 2-2. Well, we should be looking at 2-2.
And right now, from the sidelines, Sam Betts and John Egan are going to be cheering on this clearance opportunity for Alex, because they would love to see a Burgess Cameron win here. Guarantee them the group win. And this is exactly the situation that Ryan and Andrew didn't want, getting into the last couple of minutes of the match with the outcome still uncertain.
Not sure on that shot. He's getting close to an off here. He's got to trap it. Ooh. Oh.
So this could be one final hurrah for Ross Burgess. He's got to find something here. And he does find something. Where's the cue ball going? It's okay. It's not as straight as he'd like, but he's got a shot. So the team that looked like they were out of this could be poised to spring a surprise here. Russell Burgess and Alex Cameron get the score back on level terms.
And he's done as usual. He's got a ball, and not only that, he's got a shot where if he can just run the clock as well as going for the finish.
Which is going to be even more painful for the opposition, because a draw here actually doesn't do much for Burgess and Cameron, but obviously they're going to try to win or draw this match in any way they can. They're not going to make it easy for them. And if Alex can just put a couple more balls, there won't be enough time left.
This is the key shot. Oh my, oh my.
So, Andrew Patchett, 1 minute, 4 seconds to clear up these balls to force a 6 red shootout.
Needs the cue ball to bounce. Double. This is the one. It's there.
Well, this is going down to the wire one way or another. This is going to be very close, both in terms of scoreline and in terms of time.
This is the key shot. It needs to be on the yellow to the left centre after this. Oh, why hasn't he played position? He's had a nice nudge.
This is still on, but he's going to have to do it quickly.
He's had a great nudge. Oh, he's done it.
So, 10 seconds left. Andrew Patchett steadies himself. This 8 ball to go 3-2 ahead. And it's down. What drama at the end of a night that's been full of so much drama.
He's forced a 6 red, but has he? There is time for another break.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not sure why the players are shaking hands. They can celebrate the end of that frame, but someone is going to have to break off in frame 6. He's got to be sporting about this. He's got to hit this break properly, and he has, in fairness. So the players can shake hands now. It will go down as a 3-2 win for Bodsworth and Patchett. And as we suspected might be the case, we are going to a 6-red shootout. It's a straight shootout. It's either Patchett and Bodsworth or Egan and Betts going through. So his first 6-red shootout on live TV. Sam Betts steps up to break. Looking for a time sub 25 would be about a par time. It's not the best break. Oh, that's bad.
Needs to hit a rail. That's okay.
Got to regroup now. It's got off to the worst possible start, but it's not out of it.
That's it.
You just can't afford to miss from now.
The problem is they can't have the cue ball travelling.
This is not going to be a good time. But now they've got this. This is okay. They're going to set a creditable time. They're going to give their opponents something to think about.
Oh, it's there.
Oh,
just
almost
might
goes
need
in
to
off.
check if the cue ball was still moving on that.
So confirmation that that was all good. That was legal. So 31-02 to beat.
It's a good break.
If they don't miss, they'll definitely beat the time. They've just got to... Oh, he's got caught in 2 minds there. He's going to play the ball to the middle and then realise he couldn't quite see
Cue
enough.
ball again. Ooh.
They're going to have to travel.
Can't afford to miss, otherwise there is drama.
17 seconds gone. Half the ball still remaining on the table. They could do this. 25-second mark just passing. Oh, and they've missed.
Oh
This is
my.
going to be very close. I don't think they've quite done it. That's going to go to a photo finish, but I think that was just outside the 31 seconds. We're going to have to get that confirmed. I think the provisional view of the players as well looks like from their body language they think that that was just outside the time. If they don't miss that penultimate ball, that was nailed on.
Taking it too casual, didn't they? They thought they had too much time and needs checking, but I think they were just out of time.
And having fought their way back into this, Andrew Patchett back against the wall in that last frame of normal play, did so well to get back into it. It'd be heartbreaking if this is how the night ends. So the official time for Bodsworth and Patchett, 32-01, and they're about to get the bad news that they lost. John Egan and Sam Betts have done it the hard way. They have come through one of the most open groups that we've seen in a long time, and they are elated to have come through. They can't quite believe it, but heartbreak for the other teams. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll grab a word with our winners.